Something a little freaky deaky going on. And I know a lot of you guys think that maybe this is kind of horse shit. I know you don't like when we talk about demons, hauntings, mirror dwelling spirits. It was so funny because just yesterday, we have this wizard who listens to the show. We have like a real wizard.
Yes.
Like not in the sense of like a Harry Potter type wizard, but like a guy, like a modern day wizard, which is basically a male witch. He sent me this strange message the other day of a man in the mirror, and he said, yes, mirror dwellers are real or something like, which was very weird because...
He just said that out of nowhere?
Just sent that out of nowhere.
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could get some scary music for this. I could tell my little story. But before I tell this story, I ask that everybody here, because I know this is what you want to do, the skeptic, right? Skeptic tank, right? All of us, all we want to do is yell out, no, that's not what it is. It was probably this. It was probably that. That can't be real. Let's just drop all that before and agree to drop all that, because I think this could be a lot more fun if we just look at the facts. We go through, you let me go through what happened. I understand. Nobody's more of a skeptic than me, and this is my life that's on the line. And I've suffered from 3 unexplainable events. And these events are a new... there's something new that's been happening with my health, and it has happened 3 very real, very severe times. And what would you say, Jules, over the last 3 months? Maybe 1 a month?
Probably.
1 a month. So everybody knows my health is bad, but this is a new turn that it's taking. I don't know if my health is responsible or my goofing around is responsible. Maybe we could adjust the lighting here. It's very bright now to me. I've been wearing those Attell sunglasses all day. I switched to these guys, which let me see a little bit more. I feel like I'm in the bright sun now. So let's see if I could change our lighting just a little bit. Maybe we could lower the key light here. Get this a little bit scarier. Let's see what happens. My key light. Let's see if I could just lower that. It's a little scarier. Is that scarier? Jules, what do you think?
Yes.
I've lowered the lighting. Now remind me to... Isn't that cool? I could do that from my phony baloney. That's what I call the telephone. So, over the last 3 months, and it has... it's interrupted 3 episodes now of the show. I'll tell you the problem first, and then I'll tell you what we recently discovered. And again, keep thinking 3 times. And again, skeptics, please sit this one out and just let's just have fun. Pretend you're at a sleepover. Pretend you're at a sleepover, okay? You don't ruin the sleepover. We've had a few drinks. Let's talk about something scary. Need a thunderbolt for this.
Oh, that's a good
Let's talk
idea.
about something scary. Whoa. So, let's start with the first one. And the first one is the same as the second and the third one. These health incidents I've been having are quite severe. So the first time this happened, I was just walking around the house, perfectly fine health. Felt fine, felt great. Felt like I feel now. Like a king. And then all of a sudden I just started going, it's like so cold in here. It's so cold. And then I go to the AC, and I'm constantly adjusting the AC between 70 and 76 in my house all the time. If I'm running around doing stuff, I'm getting a little hotter, I'm turning it down to 70. If I'm just sitting around, I've got the fan going, and I'm sitting on the couch, I'll take it to 76. If I'm up in the morning, I take it to 76 for my shower. I'm cold in the morning. But I was getting cold, so I go there, and I go to check it. It's already at 76. My thermostat. And I'm like, fuck, it's so cold. Jules, are you cold? And she's like, no. I put on a sweatshirt. I'm still cold. And I start getting colder. And rather quickly, the coldness turns into freezing cold to the point where I'm going, you know, when it's 0 degrees and you've got to run to your car, you live in the winter, somewhere in the winter. I lived in Chicago. You'd have to get out at 6 a.m. and knock the ice off your car. And you remember that feeling where your chest would get tight? It almost started gets hard to breathe. It's so cold and you're going, you're kind of like shivering, right? This is what's happening inside my house, and it's getting worse and worse till I'm freezing cold and uncontrollably shaking. Okay, now everyone's scared in the house. Jules is worried. I go, oh, don't worry, just let me lay down, and I'm under 3 blankets. I've got a heating pad on now, full sweats, and I'm not sweating, but full sweatpants, sweatsuit, and I'm shaking, and I'm freezing, and it's getting tighter and tighter and hard and more shivery, and then it turns into a full where I'm pressed against the pillow, just going for 12 hours straight. Hand to God. And she's scared to death. I can't speak during this time. Now I'm just shivering, shaking. I can't talk, and I can barely breathe. And I'm going. So she's saying we got to go to the hospital. I'm saying absolutely not. I can't even imagine. It feels so awful and so cold and so unbearable. I can't imagine standing up. I can't imagine getting into an Uber and going to a hospital and sitting in a hospital waiting. Like, that to me is hell on earth. So I go, let's just see what happens. Let's ride this out. And 12 hours after the shaking, okay, now I burst out into a full 103 fever. Okay, so 12 hours of shaking. We go, okay, let's check to see if I have a fever. We grab a thermometer. 103. Okay, this is a fever. So the shaking kind of dies down during the second day, and then it turns into sweating. It just feels like the flu. You got the fever and that whole day. So you have the first day, which was 12 hours of the shaking and the freezing. Second day, high fever, sweating, and sleeping. Third day, you're starting to feel a little bit better and the fever is going down. Fourth day, goes away completely, and you're kind of back. No sore throat, no stuffy nose, no cough. Now, this exact incident, just how I described, has happened 3 times, exactly the same way, exactly the same length, just how I described it, for the exact same amount of days. 3 times, 3 months. So, what do these things have in common? Well, the second time this happened, I made a joke. Because the second time that this happened, we were at a location, and it turned out to be the same location as the first time that this happened. I'm going to cut to the chase, and then we'll go over it. All 3 times this happened was the day after hanging out at the haunted, no joke, Hotel Congress in Tucson, Arizona. All 3 times. Okay, so the first time this happened, I didn't say anything about it. We're hanging out at this place, the Hotel Congress. Now, the Hotel Congress is as old as it comes. It's claimed to be haunted. They have a hotel up top, and downstairs is 2 small live music venues and a full bar, and it's kind of like a 33-year-old's playland. If you're between 30 to 40, this is your playland. You're getting a lot of these like indie bands, punk bands. We saw, what was the band?
Viagra Boys.
We saw the Viagra Boys there. And we love the vibe of this place. You know, it's as classic as it gets, and it reminds me of the old days where we'd go to the Fireside Bowl and to the punk rock shows when I was a teenager, where they just, here's the band, here's the venue, and guess what, kids? This is your playland. Drink, have fun, run around, scream, yell, do whatever you want. this is your clubhouse for the night. And that's what the Hotel Congress kind of feels like. This is located in downtown Tucson. And the Hotel Congress, let's see, do we have that? The Hotel Congress, when was this built? Here, I've got
1919.
information here of the Hotel Congress. 1919. And here's what it used to look like here, right? And let's see, do they have a new, here's the new picture. So this is what it looks like now. The Hotel Congress, and right in here is down here. This is where one of the venues is. There's a little radio station in this window, actually, where they do a radio broadcast for the city.
That's our other show.
In the back is a big outdoor venue, and you could smoke, you could do whatever you want. It's a great, fun place. We go there all the time. Up here is the hotel, and the hotel is from 1919. They haven't updated anything. I mean, the furniture in the rooms is the same. The bed frame is the same. The only thing that's new is the sheets and maybe the paint. But it's got the old radio from when it first came out. It's got the dresser, the same dresser, the same nightstands, the same lamps. It's scary. The rooms are scary. They're old, and they look like what you would expect, something out of a horror movie. Let's see if I could show you some of these pictures. So there's a million stories about this Hotel Tucson, or Hotel Congress here in Tucson. But all these old hotels and cities have these stories, right? Okay. John Dillinger, this is their big one. John Dillinger was caught at this hotel. This is where they finally arrested the big mobster, mob boss. What was he? Like an Al Capone type guy?
I guess so.
They finally arrested
Joey
him.
Diaz
This is
type.
where, yes, they arrested John Dillinger. That's what they're famous for. Let me show you some media that we've got here. Let's see. I've got a lot of media here. I'm trying to get you a picture of the room here so you can see what we're dealing with. Here's a nice picture. This one scares me. This is a picture of the... Let's get that out of here. Here's the hallway of the hotel. Going to room 214. This is one of their haunted rooms. Their second most haunted room. The story of this one is people claim that they'll be in this room 214 and they'll look out the window and they won't see the new Tucson, Arizona that we all live in. They'll see the Tucson from 1919. Oh, that's very loud. Very loud. Remind me to... So that's the story of this room. Here's the crooked hallway. That's a scary hallway, right? Let's see what else I got.
I wish I took more pictures of the actual inside of the room, but I was
I got
okay,
everything
good.
that we need. Here's a picture of the room.
Okay.
Now,
it looked scarier when we were there.
Yeah, but this is in the day, so imagine all this crap at night, though. You know, and there's no TV, there's no nothing. You just get this old room. It's got this old shit, an old chair, and 1,000 horrible stories. Let's see, I got another one here. That's me, and the rest is just a bunch of jokes, I think, that I'm going to show you later. So anyway, we've got the famous room 242. So let's go back to me getting sick. The first time I got sick, the night before, we spent at the Hotel Congress. That's the first time I got this fever thing that took me out for 4 days. The second time I had that fever, the night before, we were at the Hotel Congress. Well, we went to the Hotel Congress last week, and I made the joke. We were there with some friends who came in from out of town, and I made the joke. I go, if anything happens to me, if I somehow get sick again, then something's going on with this place, because the last 2 times I was here, I ended up getting really sick. And we're just joking about it, going, there's just no way. There's no way this would happen 3 times in a row, right? There's just no way. It's not like I'm doing heavy binge drinking at this place. I'm having maybe 2 drinks, right? 2
there
drinks.
for like an hour, maybe.
There for a few hours. We're not there
Not
for that
even.
long. It's not like I'm doing drugs. I'm not doing anything wild there. We're not even staying that late. I mean, this whole thing shuts down at what, 12, 1?
2, probably.
2? Okay, so we're not even there that late. So we go there this third time, and we go, we're just hanging out. We're having drinks. We've got these friends in from out of town. They're having drinks with us. And we decide for the very first time, and, we're telling them all the haunted hotel stories about this place.
We've only ever been in the bar area.
Yeah, we've only ever been in the bar and these
gone
venues.
up to the actual haunted hotel part before.
So we see the stairs to the hotel, and we're drunk at this point, and we're having fun, and we're all exchanging these haunted stories, and we're looking up all the hauntings for the place online, and we're laughing. And me and this other guy we were with, we take it seriously. We don't like mocking the ghosts, okay? I've gotten sick so many times after these ghost things. We have this whole thing with the demon story, remember this, and that demon book that my brother got, and then my sickness getting a lot worse, and we all laugh that up. But it's enough to where you go, okay, what if there's this sliver of possibility that something is connected here? Well, I'm not going to mock the ghost because the torture I go through with the illnesses that come attached, it's not worth even joking around. So I start getting serious when we're in any ghost situation. The problem is I love messing with these ghosts way too much, and I can't help myself. So even though that I actually kind of believe there could be a chance that something dark is making me sick, I keep going to cemeteries. I keep playing around in abandoned lots and sneaking into homes, people's homes. And I get a big kick. It will really take you back to being a kid. If you want to feel what it's like to be a kid, get a group of 4 people and go to a haunted place and start exchanging all of your life's scary stories and smoke a bunch of weed and drink a bunch of drinks. And you could trick yourself. You get this music going. You could trick yourself into that vibe that you only remember from being a kid. It's the biggest shortcut to living as a child again.
I was with my inner child this weekend.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Yes.
And so were you. You were laughing like
Yes.
I haven't seen in 10
So
years.
we sneak upstairs. We are not members of this hotel, and it's the stairs. Yeah, the stairs are roped off, and I go, let's sneak up there. So we wait for the woman at the front desk to kind of turn her head. There's a lot of people there because they're running a big bar and venue downstairs. So a lot of people there, a lot of people to be distracted with. And she turns her head, and we all run up the stairs, and we start exploring the hotel. And this was Jules and our first time up seeing these rooms that we had watched videos and read about all these years. Room 242, the white woman who was killed by the police, 29 bullets in her chest. They were trying to cover up some sort of cheating scandal where this woman who was staying at the hotel was apparently cheating with a government official. They were about to get caught, or she was about to tell, so the police came and pretended that she had a gun or something, and they shot her 29 times in room 242. And this is official. It's in the news. The 1901 news, or the 1802 news. But it is known as fact that this woman was killed, and they say that room 242 is the most haunted room in the hotel, and that there are many other haunted rooms. So we're going outside, we're looking, and we're walking around, and it's kind of freaky, but I'll tell you this, I didn't feel scared. And a lot of times when I've gone on haunted properties and done this stuff, I start feeling it, and you hear people who go to these haunted places and videos and stuff, and they go, you could feel it, it's like cold, you feel bad, there's a bad energy. I didn't feel any of that. And we're walking and we're laughing, and there's even a Ouija board upstairs in the little lobby area.
I said lots of stuff to the Ouija board, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Don't even tell me that. I can't be complicit in this. See, I take it serious. I do not mock the malevolent.
Do you serve a ghost a mocktail?
I don't fuck with the ghosts. I'm like, when I walk into a haunted place, I go, ghost, I am on your side. I could help you. I'll bring people here for you. Let me be your right-hand man of the living. You need a guy on the other side to help you. I am on your side. I am not with any of these people. I don't believe what these people say. Keep me in mind if you want to be partners. That's always been my plan for a killer. If a killer comes, I plead with him. I go, let me help you be a killer as well. And this is what I say in these movies. Somebody's coming, they're trying to kill you. Go, I will work for you for free. Give it a week. And if you're not good at this, you need a free partner. He'll keep all your secrets. You could kill me after the week. And then hopefully the killer goes, oh, thank you. This is perfect. Sorry about all that. That's what I think the ghost will do. So I don't mock ghosts. She won't stop mocking the ghost, laughing like a hyena. And I keep telling her, Jules, if I get sick, you're in trouble. So we go back down and we're laughing, we're enjoying. We go out of the hotel room. And I go, while we were up there, I go, I wonder how much one of these rooms costs. It's got to be like maybe $70, $80. That's what I was thinking.
It's so shitty.
Because it's such a shitty place and it's so loud till 2 a.m. You got 2 venues underneath you. So it's as loud as can be. Literally, it's bass shaking the rooms. I figured, I think they're just keeping those rooms up, as a joke, and maybe they'll be $60. I don't know who would actually stay here. We go down to the front desk and we just ask, we go, is room 242 available? And the woman goes, yes, it's available tonight. Would you guys like to book it? And we're like, you're going to let us book? We're like drunk as fuck at this point. We're laughing. She just saw us sneak down the stairs laughing. And I go, I can't believe she's going to let us. Yeah, we have to do this. And I go, how much is it? Just to see. $290? Was that?
I think she scammed us because we were so drunk, probably. She could have said any number.
It was something like that. $290. I said, well, take it. She reaches behind. This was the fastest.
I had to sign like a contract with Satan.
Did you sign something?
Mm-hmm.
One of the faster hotel check-ins I've ever seen. She turns around and in like an old-fashioned hotel, she takes the key off the wall.
It was a physical key, not a
physical
key.
A physical brass key, and she hands it to me, and she goes, room 42 is one of our most haunted around. And she's like one of these typical bartender chicks that you would see at like a nightclub, right, or a rock club. So she's like, okay, it's one of our most haunted rooms, have fun, and hands us some form. We go up there, and we immediately go in the room. Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, Danielle just texted me, ha, 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 the demons don't care about free labor. You're the perfect target. You're inviting them in more by saying I'm a willing participant.
I am willing to help them, not to be hurt in any way by them. So we get in the room, and it's scary. It looks crazy. There's just a twin bed. There's a nightstand. There's a little stand-up dresser, a vertical dresser, and on top of that dresser is the old radio. And then one of the scarier rooms, which I didn't go in, was the little bathroom. It had a little bathroom built into it that was just terrifying. You couldn't pay me. So we're there, and the 2 girls, Jules and our friend, the 2 guys, me and this guy, we're scared. We're like, let's just be careful here. I went as far as to I opened the deadbolt and shut the door so that the door couldn't lock shut on us. So I had the deadbolt out with the door resting on the frame so that we couldn't get trapped into one of these. Because you don't know what's going to happen in this room, especially with a guy like me. Okay, you've got me in the equation, and I am a magnet for these guys, these demons and ghosts. So they're goofing around, and Jules and the girl, they're running into the bathroom and shutting the door and turning the lights off. They're hiding in the closet. I can't even believe they went into this tiny, dark closet and just stood in there. A closet where they claim that there's bullet marks you could still see from the murder of this woman. I go, even if there's no ghosts involved, it's like you're desecrating this woman's death. So these girls, they go even further. They start crawling under the bed. They're making as much of a mockery of this killing, the suicide room. They're making as much mockery as you could make for a ghost. Like the fact that the ghost didn't end up killing us that night, I'm shocked. I thought for sure we would be dead. And the whole time I'm actually worried and telling them actively, guys, if something happens to me, seriously, I can't mess with this, because the stuff that happens to me when people do this is very severe. The incident that I described to you with the shaking and the sickness, it was felt like this close to dying. I assumed oh, I'm dying here for, many of those hours. I thought this was it. So it's not worth it to me to even if there's, a 0.9% chance. So we make a mockery of this room. We get drunk, and nothing happens in the room, by the way. There was no haunting. There was no sign of any ghost. And furthermore, I didn't feel scared one bit. And we're up in this room now, partying, having drinks for about 4 or 5 hours, right? I mean, we're just up in this room, partying, and now we start screaming. So because there's nothing haunting happening to us, we came up with the best thing to do in a haunted place when you're not getting your money's worth. So there was nothing ghostly happening. I mean, they were under the bed. We're in the closet. We got the lights out. We're playing with the radio. I'm going through every AM band. I'm talking to the spirits. I'm doing all this stuff. Nothing. So I go, okay, well then why don't we become the haunt and haunt other people at this hotel and pretend that we're the evil entity in the room. So everyone knows room 242 is haunted, and it's right off the stairs in the hotel. So the first thing we did is we started turn off all the lights. We're cracking the door, and we're actively scaring people walking by, saying sinister things to them and haunting hand movements and saying, help us, please, through the door. And everyone knows these stories. And I was thinking, if this was us 2 hours ago, I would have been terrified if room 242 the doors start shaking. And we're looking at the people and seeing a guy in front of the door. So we start shaking it. And I go, if that happened to me prior, I'd be scared out of my mind. Well, the haunting of the people turned into the general harassment of the people very quickly. Meaning, we got drunk, and now we're just yelling at people based on their clothes. May I present a person that we haunted at this hotel, Tie Guy. Now, we were in this room partying for 4 hours. Literally, the whole room is, every painting on the wall has been removed at this point. We examined the whole room, so now everything's back on an angle. The place is pretty disheveled looking, and there's a window. And you pull up this window, you could pop the screen. There's no safety precautions. Usually at a hotel, this day and age, they've sealed windows like that shut. They can't have people just with an open window at a hotel. So we whip open this window, and right below is the outside venue area, the outside bar. So right outside of our window, down below, are all these people partying. And I see, and this guy, I'm not saying this because he's gay, but I see this and we're looking, and we're yelling stuff out the window, and it's pretty damn loud down there. They're having a whole venue. The bass is shaking our window, so it's very loud, and we're screaming down to people down there. And we find our target, Tie Guy, because he looked. Now, I don't know if he's gay. I'm hoping he's not gay.
Okay, first you have to know, nobody in Tucson wears a tie ever.
Oh, so yeah, that's the thing. No one in Tucson wears a tie. So we got this guy, and he's coming out to this venue, and he's got a tucked-in dress shirt, from Express for Men. He's got a tie on, and he's got dress pants on, white dress pants. And you could tell he doesn't usually dress like this, and you could tell that he feels very not confident, and he's looking around, and everyone else is in a t-shirt and jeans. And he's wearing this gay-ass Express for Men bar mitzvah boy outfit. On top of that, to give you an idea of what this guy looks like, remember, I just described him as a by it, I mean, he looked exactly like Matt Rife. Comedian Matt Rife. So imagine Matt Rife wearing white dress pants tight, a blue dress shirt, and a tie. And then being nervous and uncomfortable, and you could see him making decisions should I talk to this group of people, or will they accept? And we're got a bird's eye view. He doesn't know anyone's watching until this. The yell. So we start harassing him from the window. And this went on for over 2 hours. And the four of us start screaming. Let's see, maybe I have some, you can lower that on your end. Here is a video. Let's see if this is one of them. Should be us screaming out the window at this guy.
Someone just waved up. Someone just waved up.
Film. There they. Oh wait. Hold on, you're gonna see him. Tie guy. Okay. See, now we hide. So we'll yell, and it's this room is kind of blocking how loud that was. That's me yelling at my loudest. I was going like this, tie guy. So loud that I had no voice when I got home. So we're yelling tie guy. That's number one. I've got a tie guy little edit here where you see some more of it. And we'll get to meet Tie Guy himself.
Look, this is a perfect
hold on, it opened up in a unusual player. Yeah, close this. Here's a little more of this Tie Guy. But you would see we would yell his name and then hide under the window, right? Okay. Here is a better one. I'll show you this from far away, and then we'll zoom in and see some more.
Look, this is a perfect fool because he
Okay, we started screaming tie guy at this guy as a joke.
Tie Guy! Look, he looked. Oh!
Jesus.
He looked.
Keep filming.
Tie Guy! And this is me yelling my loudest.
He's ignoring you now.
Tie Guy!
Wait, he knows.
Tie Guy! You see him? Oh, he looked up. Okay, so let's show you. I'll show you why we hate him, and maybe I'll zoom in. You'll see why we really hate this guy. Now, Tie Guy, if you're out there, oh my God!
I think that he was the ghost among the partying people
Look,
that was
he
there to
looked-
taunt us, and he was taunting us into mocking him, so that we would accidentally let the demon in.
Okay, well, that's a lot, but could be. But you see this now. Now imagine that this is just Matt Rife as, like when Matt Rife was like 18. Okay, that's what this guy was. Matt Rife when he was 18. He had that gay little haircut. There he is. That is Tie Guy. Let's see if I get another close up of him. Yeah, you could see. And he wasn't fitting in. He was really uncomfortable. And we kept yelling for hours and hours and hours. And then he just chose to ignore us. He chose to just pretend there are no more sounds. He stopped looking up. All night we were picking on this kid. So much so that one of the girls decided she's going to go down and interview Tie Guy while we watch out the window and scream Tie Guy. So she runs down there. No joke. As soon as she gets to Tie Guy leaves.
Disappeared into the mist.
But she ended up getting a shot of what Tie Guy saw of us. Now, I didn't think about this. To me, I'm in this haunted room on the 3rd floor of the hotel screaming, and I'm just assuming no one could see us.
You might as well be on the top of a skyscraper.
I'm assuming no one can see us. They're down there. They can't see shit. I'm behind a window. Boy, was I wrong. This is what Tie Guy was able to see. Look at this. So there we are, and you could clearly just see us. So this whole time, and I had my eye on Tie Guy for 2 hours. The entire other part of the venue was looking up at us almost the whole time, watching us scream for hours. And they could see us very clearly, as you see in this video. Here's my head. There's me. What's going on? So Tie Guy knew, and Tie Guy could see very clearly what was going on.
When we checked out, we should have told the girl at the front desk to tell everybody that there was nobody in that room that night.
Well, that's what we were thinking. We were going, hopefully everybody down there knows about the haunted hotel, and when they're seeing this, they're like flipping out. You know, these people are screaming from the room. So anyway, we go home the next day. We do all this stuff. We desecrate the room. We laugh. Everything's fine. And I get home the next day, about midday, I start shivering. And the same exact, just like I outlined that story the first time, it all happened again. 3 times in a row, 3 4-day fever incidents, feeling like near death right after.
And you might say, Mike, you probably just had a horrible hangover. You're obviously super drunk. In
But
that
I do
video.
this
but
every
the
week.
first time, 2 times, you weren't drunk. Like you had like 1 drink.
Exactly. Yeah, the first couple times was not a big drinking night. That's what I forgot to mention. The first 2 times, maybe I had 1 drink one time and 2 drinks the other. Definitely a lot less than I'm having here. And that doesn't happen to me after this. So I've got an appointment booked actually tomorrow to get my blood taken, to go over all of this because this is getting scary.
With the demonologist.
Well, yeah. Well, we're going to see what the real doctor says first. And then, but I'm at this point now, I can't, as a joke, go back there. I can't risk, like, what if it happens 4 times? Would we start believing? Like, how many times does it have to happen after visiting this place until we take it seriously? Should I try 2 more times and see if I get sick? And kill
During
another
Halloween,
week?
They have a thing at this hotel where they do a seance in the room during the fall. I think that we should go back, do the seance.
No.
And then
This is what I mean, and she's killing me. So if you're one of these people who believes it, she's slowly killing me with this. An April and Aaron thing. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. We're going to go to the real doctor. We're going to see what he says. But what if they're like, we can't find anything that would cause this? Do I tell them about the hotel? Do I go back to the hotel to try this one more time?
We should go back to the hotel, just hang out there, no drinking, no anything, just calmly sit in there, maybe walk by the haunted room and come home and see if it happens. And then if it does, then it's official. And then
tell her that, she laughs it up now. But when I'm doing the first part where I can't talk for 12 hours and I'm shaking, she's like flipping out and getting very scared. And it's a horrifying thing to see. I mean, it's like watching somebody die in front of your eyes, right?
Yes, it's horrible.
Tell them that that's the truth.
It is true.
So, very scary. And again, I feel fine now. It's always a 4-day process, and then the 5th day is your kind of recovery day, and then 6th day you're kind of back.
Maybe some other guys who live in Tucson.
Oh, and I took COVID test all 3 times. No COVID.
That's right.
No COVID all 3 times. Because it felt like, oh my God, I must have gotten COVID.
If someone else lives in Tucson, they should go try out room 242 and see if anything happens to them.
Well, the first 2 times it happened, we were not in the room.
Oh, did you get the...
Yes. Oh, yeah. We've got an ending to this. So, pull up this Joe Rogan Cody thing, because this conveniently happened while we were at the Haunted Hotel Congress. And feel free to go watch all the videos. There's maybe 6 videos total. They're all crap. Feel free to try to read all the lore. There's 2 articles. They're both crap. But while we were at the Haunted Hotel Congress, there were a couple other ghost hunters on the other side of, in the middle of the country, down over in Austin, Texas, doing a ghost hunt at the Comedy Mothership. I believe we have tape of that coming up here. Next up, should be here soon.
It's in text.
Text. Look at this. This happened right as we got back. When did this? This was posted 3 days ago. Okay, so this is fairly new. And we're at the Comedy Mothership with Sam and Colby. Who I gotta say, Sam and Colby are these kids, these ghost investigators. They do a terrible job. They've got this channel on YouTube. They film it worse than Mr. Beast's oldest videos, where they're using the real low quality cameras. It's edited terribly. Everything's this crazy wild jump cut. And they really get to the bottom of nothing. Let's take a quick peek at the Comedy Mothership. We're going to be roaming the halls of the Comedy Mothership to see what haunts Joe Rogan.
What we're about to experience might be one
can
of
lower
the
that
most
music.
demonic places in the entire world.
You ready, man? Did you hear that?
Summoning all the spirits.
It just said receive!
Go.
That is the most.
We're going to the
scariest thing I've
mothership.
ever seen.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
Today, we are going to be investigating two famous performance venues, starting with Joe Rogan's Comedy Mothership, a spot that's
Comedy
never
Mothership.
been investigated.
Then we're gonna compare that to Bobby Mackey's, a place that's rumored to have a portal
Listen
to
to
hell
this
in the
crap.
basement. Let's go introduce our guests. Today we are here with Project Fear.
Project Fear, of course, yes.
We're at the
Watch out. You could have got sucked up.
I want to get sucked up tonight.
We were wrong. What are you saying?
You want to find out? Anyway, we have a video.
See what I mean? This is like, really, you feel that pause? It feels like we just went into outer space. It's so quiet. Listen to how loud and junkily loud for no reason
I
this
was just
is.
reading some of the chat comments about Tie Guy and stuff, and
Yeah.
I wasn't really listening to the video, and in my ears it just sounded like.
Yes. If you're listening to the audio version, you're seeing 1,000 cuts on top of cuts. I'm sure there's edits on top of edits with audio layers on top.
How can Joe Rogan even watch this?
This is so bad. And by the way, this Sam and Colby, they should be at the peak of their career here. They've been doing this for a long time, and they got a lot of money and a lot of followers to produce content of this quality. Shame on you, you two little Ozempic-looking, ugly emo boys. Wait till you see them coming up. They look horrible. They dress horrible. Their investigative work is horrible. Their editing is horrible. Their audio is horrible. The enjoyability, everything about this is done at its worst. And Sam and Colby, let's forget the ghost stuff for a second. Let's cut the shit. How can you explain the product you're putting out with the amount of money you're making? It's like these comedy podcasts where they're making $200,000 a month and they're putting out show shot on their iPhone with bad audio, Ari Shaffir style. Why can't you invest some of your millions into your stuff? Why does your stuff, you can't touch a dime? None of the money you make from this can go back into it.
I think they purposefully shoot on these shitty cameras that look like Mr. Beast cameras because they think that's like the style.
Shame on them. Because it's not the style. It's the style of it being annoying, the style of it being 1% as good as it could be, maybe. There is no such style, okay? And for all you YouTubers with your anxiety, worrying all night that if you upgrade the cameras, you're going to lose viewers, if that's the case, you got to rethink your whole career. If you could lose your audience because you're going to upgrade your cameras, you're in a bad spot. It's never the case, though. They think it's the case. These YouTubers, they'll get 200,000 views on a video after getting like no views. And they'll go, well, what was it about? We have to keep doing whatever happened in that. Ethan Klein, all these people. You don't. You could upgrade your cameras and audio. Everyone will appreciate it. We did that, and it doesn't seem like now we've sold out, and it's just easier to watch. Okay? Shame on Sam and Colby. You're going to see Joe Rogan coming up.
You film today at a spot that has never been investigated.
This is not Sam or Colby.
Are we confident that we are going to be
The
finding
mothership.
ghosts tonight?
Oh, yes. Confident myself? No.
Self-confidence down.
Okay, that's Sam, right? And look at Sam. Sam is terrible. Look, they all wear their cheap merch. So all YouTubers look like this now. In their purple, ill-fitting, cheap hoodie. And then they all do. I think Logan Paul might have started this. So when Logan Paul was big on Vine, he brushed his hair all forward. I think he still does. And he did this to appear more youthful to cover up the giant forehead. Now, because he was the most popular one at the time, so many people started imitating his haircut, even though his was done by necessity to cover this bald spot. You got 15-year-old kids imitating this comb forward, even though they've got no high forehead to hide. So now they're all just walking around looking stupid. And yes, it is stupid. When you go back and look at these pictures, it's going to be tough. It's going to be one of the harder haircuts to look back at. It was never supposed to be all combed forward. You look like you just rolled out of bed, especially in your little merch. This is a millionaire that you're looking at right here. This twerp. Wait till you see Colby.
Ghost confidence. Let's go.
It's gonna be interesting though, having no claims, like with you guys too. When we go to
That's
these
not
places, we
Colby.
have all these stories to go off of, and we got nothing.
All right, let's go check this place out and then find a spot to get started. The Comedy Mothership in Austin, Texas was originally built in 1927 on 6th Street as the Ritz Theater. For a decade, the Ritz Theater would show...
That's Colby. Can you smell the Ozempic needle from here?
When they were a guest on Rogan, wasn't he like a chubby little
He
kid?
was chubby, so he's on Ozempic. Anybody who is now thin, who was fat last year, is on Ozempic. And they're dying. I mean, this does that look
looks
better than being
horrible.
fat? Look at this guy. This is another millionaire. I mean, really, you look worse than me, and I have a lot of diseases. So this is them, Sam and Colby. Shame on them for dressing like this. Shame on them from letting their clothes hang off them as if they're kids. You look like two kids. These kids are 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Who knows how old they are, but they ain't children.
Western movies where drunk cowboys would show up and get rowdy to the
Comedy
point of
Mothership
shooting
haunted.
at the screens. From there, it changed to a nudie theater, to a live performance venue, to a punk club, and then finally to the Alamo Drafthouse. The Alamo Drafthouse ran as a movie theater until 2021.
Then Joe Rogan came around and opened this place as the Comedy Mothership in March of 2023. Ever since, Joe has been claiming that it might be haunted because the place seems
Wait
to
till
be
you see
alive.
Joe in
and
this
because of
video.
its violent history of punks and cowboys, it's certainly possible. But nobody's investigated this place until now.
Wow, the Hotel Congress is punks and cowboys as well.
Whoa.
Really? So we got a great shot of Rogan. This is, in fact, Rogan right here. So they're cutting to Rogan, but before I do that, I want to show you Papa. Papa is wearing skin-tight leggings. Papa is wearing his fanny pack, which, you know, this is like his COVID thing. He wouldn't have talked about COVID and got into this whole thing if he didn't get that pushback from that CNN stuff about the ivermectin. You know, it's like how Dave Chappelle, you got in that little war with the trans people. Joe Rogan, you got in that little war with the trans people when you first brought up the trans fighters. Joe Rogan, you got in that little war with CNN. Mike David, you got that little, big war with the comedians. You see where I'm going with this? You're going to hold a grudge. He wears the hip patch because he got made fun of once when he put it on, and now he's going to pretend, no. And that is a leather fanny pack smashed. And now you're walking around, Papa. You're Papa-ing. He was also made fun of for being short, so what did he do?
Oh, really, dude?
Stop. He was made fun of being short, so what did he do? Well, if you can't grow tall, he's going to widen. Yeah.
Oh my God, you should quickly go over to the Tucker episode of Kill Tony just to show his shoulder width.
Yeah, you got to see the widening. We'll show you that. He's bulbous. He's giant. He's got the turtle shell on the front. I mean, really, this could be a turtle shell, Ninja Turtle body underneath a T-shirt, and he is popped into a chair. Would you like to see how Joe Rogan behaves with two children? Watch.
Punks and cowboys, it's certainly possible, but nobody's investigated this place until now. So what makes you think this place
Here's
is haunted?
Rogan.
First of all, it's old, but it was a big rock and roll club. So there's a lot of like wild people here in the 70s and the 80s. It was a really pretty crazy place.
What if rock and roll is making us sick? That's what all these places have in common.
And 6th Street has always been a very
Look at that. That's the Kill Tony line. This is the line of people signing up for Kill Tony. I'm not even kidding. This is what the city's become. How is the mayor okay with this? This is all people waiting in line to get on Kill Tony. I mean, you've got it right here. Kill Tony's been great, by the way, and we're hoping to bring Tony down. I got some terrible rumors about Tony sent to me. I can't tell you what they are because I could get sued because these rumors haven't broke. But the stuff that they're sending me from people who work near and dear, close to him, I don't know if it's real. I mean, these are scoops that are hitting my email, but the stuff I'm hearing, it shouldn't be much longer before Tony finds himself in jail. That's what I'm hearing. Now can that be perceived as some sort of defamation? To be like, I can't tell you what I heard, but this guy. And what I'm saying is I bet what I heard was fake. So try to get me on that. All right, let's go back. You're going to see Rogan be interviewed about his haunted comedy mothership, which might have something to do with my illness. Right?
We're on like the biggest street in Austin right now, guys.
What I've been told is that someone was murdered here, I think in the 1970s. When something evil takes place in a spot, you don't feel good there. It feels weird.
Residual haunting are the memories, the things that happen, the traumatic events that happen in a building.
Especially in a social building. People are going to be here all the time, so in death, spirits might want to come back.
When you got a building that's as old as 1927, the amount of burned-in memories in this building, they have to be crazy.
All right, boys, do you like fat men or little boys?
We're going to the rooms. I love that little boy.
Correct answer.
All right,
We're going to test them all.
See what I mean? These jerk-offs? It's like, why aren't they getting the flu? Why aren't they getting the shivers? You're there. All you guys do is show up to a place, whip a camera around, and start giggling. I mean, how is that a ghost investigation? This goes on for 2 hours. A camera whipping around the room as if they're playing catch with it, with a lit camera, and cackling. I don't know what kind of ghost investigation this is. This is millions of views. We're not kidding. This isn't some little YouTube channel. How many views?
Where were you?
This has 3 million views. Jules. 3 million views, this video. Their channel has 11.9 million subnormals to it. So here is Fat Man, Little Boy, and maybe we get a little behind the scenes of Rogan's club. It's tough to tell because they're just shining a flashlight on everything.
Where were you?
I said.
They'll get what's coming to them. Thank you. I read that in the chat.
So is this Fat Man or Little Boy?
I think this is fat.
The fattest man.
This is, dude, can you tell
How fat it is.
That's
how
pretty
fat it is?
For context, we just came here last night to see Comedy Mothership show. Sitting right up here has got to be one of the best, if not the best comedy show I've
You guys
seen.
got to go check it out. It's hilarious, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was
What are you hiding, my boys? Show them this clip. They've never been toasted like this. They've never been under the gun like this. I guarantee that Colby is going to gulp big when he watches this clip because he knows his secrets.
They said
He
that they
knows.
went to the Comedy Mothership and it was hilarious.
Was performing the clown from It.
Oh, crying, laughing.
Oh, this is
Oh, dude, this is legendary, man.
Okay, so they goof around and they do about nothing. I mean, this was a cool scene. We were going to try this. So this is something I wanted to try, but I figured this was enough dress up for one show. Let's see if we could catch this, because I might do this next up.
Just the person. Nightmare. He was still alive.
What do you remember about that event, that time?
Murder.
Oh, I'll get a good shot. I'll show you what's going on. So he's laying on the ground. We were going to lay me on the desk. They got a red light.
Oh, really,
Stop
dude?
with that. Seriously. Mute that. They've got a red light shining on this dude's face, Colby. He's laying there, and you can see they've taped ping pong balls to his eyes. Apparently, if you lay down, shine a red light with ping pong balls taped to your eyes, with headphones on, while listening to this ghost radio device that he's got in his hands, you could ask the ghost questions, and then the ghost will tell you the answers via the radio, but only if the guy is laying down with ping pongs. Okay, well, everybody, and get that scary music back on. Wait till you see what I got. Cut to the close-up. The spirit box. Yes, this is a better version of the radio they have. Look at this. This is the spirit box radio. It says Spirit Box EVP research device. Let's turn this thing on. Whoa, it went right with the sound effect there. Okay, we've got this on. Now, the idea is this is a ghost hunting device. Maybe we should read the instructions first because I always skip ahead and I always end up screwing myself by skipping ahead. So let's... This was $89 on Amazon. In fact, just like David Tell's clothes, if you go on Amazon and type in ghost hunting, every piece of equipment that Zach and Colby use in this video, and all ghost hunters across the country, comes up in the first 5 results. It's all just this cheap, fake shit. Or is it? It's strange to me. If I was a famous ghost hunter, Zach and Colby, you got 11 million subs, you're making so much money. Can't you go out? Can't you have them build you real? This is what you just go to Amazon, type in ghost hunting, and you just get this? You don't have,
or at least get the same technology in a cool, customized, spooky looking.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
With a case that's better.
It's crazy to me. So there's no
Have some
ghost
dry
hunter.
ice.
There's really not a ghost hunter in this country you could depend on. They're all using this crap. They all might be lying about the ghosts. Quick start guide. Precautions. Uh-oh. I want to read, is there a description? Thank you for choosing the Paranormic Spirit Box, a specifically calibrated tool for paranormal investigators and ghost hunters. The Spirit Box. Is there any description? How to delete files. Okay, here. They don't tell you what this does. Is there any description? We invite you to enter a world of the paranormal and experience the ghost hunt. Feed your curiosity and seek answers outside conventional boundaries. Okay, but let's read this. Tips for a better experience. Prepare. Make sure to double check that everything is in order before setting out for your first paranormal adventure. Make sure that the battery, is fully charged. I thought they meant in order with your will or something. Make sure all that shit, because that's how I feel. Make sure your affairs are in order, because make sure you bring an extra battery.
Okay.
And make sure it's fully charged and the SD card is inserted. Be patient. Patience is a ghost hunter's best weapon. Remember, I doubt that. These beads are probably, listen to that. And these are from Africa. A real black man died and we ripped these off his neck to be here today. Be patient. It says, remember, you are trying to pierce the veil between the living and the dead, which is highly complex. Be respectful, Jules. Do you hear this? Spirits that linger in this world do not like to be disturbed. And your approach during the investigation can determine how and in which way they interact with you. So you be quiet during this. And you tell them you're sorry, or I'll give them to you.
Okay.
Teamwork. Don't ghost hunt alone. Okay, good. That's why we're doing this live on the show. Don't ghost hunt alone. Having someone who you could trust while ghost hunting can increase your chances of success.
Why do we have to be a ghost hunter? Why can't we just be a ghost communicator?
Meter. How about I just want to meet them? I don't need to hunt them. So this must be like
an acquaintance to the ghost.
Yeah,
why are you putting this on us that we have to be hunting them?
Which is weird because most ghost hunters are libs. Actually, most ghost hunters are patriots. What happened? Oh, yeah, I turned that off. Most ghost hunters. Okay, so the gist of it, though, because I saw this in a few films. What you do is you turn it on, and we're going to go into AM mode, and you ask the ghost questions while scanning through these. Basically, the idea is it's a bunch of radio signals that haven't been claimed that it's going to scan through, and you ask the ghost questions, and they're supposed to appear. We're going to do it right now. Are you guys ready?
So it's basically like talking to the car in Transformers.
Basically, if you've ever been in a car and just started turning the radio dial, that's what this is. Okay, so lower that music just a little bit so we could hear this. And we're going to do our first scan, and I'm going to ask them a question. Okay? All right. Spirits, is anyone here in this room with us? You can lower that a little bit. I got it. Is anyone in this room with us? Oh my God, it just said, yep. Did you hear that? Stop. Did you hear that?
Yes.
If someone rewinds that one, it said, yep. Okay. I'm gonna try this again.
The first time I ever actually got scared.
FM mode. AM mode. Bluetooth mode.
Okay, we're gonna. Oh no, I don't want that.
Line in mode.
Line in. So you could direct your favorite disc man through. Okay, hold on.
AM mode.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna ask you this now.
Ask if they followed us here from the hotel.
Is the person in this room involved with the Hotel Congress in Tucson in any way? Is the person in here involved with Hotel Congress in Tucson? We were there, it said. Did you hear that? It said we were there. I mean, did you hear that? We're not faking. There's no faking here. It said we were there. Okay, we're gonna. I'm only doing one more question.
FM mode.
We're gonna ask.
AM mode.
Okay, wait, we gotta make it good then. We gotta
Yeah. How about?
ask who they like better, me or you.
No. Do you wish to bring harm to me?
Okay.
Do you wish to bring harm to me and make me sick? Do you wish to make me sick and bring harm? What was that?
Sounded like
Say that again. Do you wish to bring me harm or make me sick? Please answer us. Do you wish to bring me harm? That sounded like yes.
Whoa, you talked over it.
Virtual.
It doesn't seem like it knows. The
I don't
first
think
time
so.
it said,
So we gotta
you have
beef.
to ask who it likes better, me or you.
Okay, this I'm keeping on me at all times. We're gonna beef up this investigation. We're gonna take this one further, ladies and gentlemen.
Some people are saying it said yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I thought it said I don't understand or something about understand.
This is an
The
electro.
first time?
Look at this. I got another device here. This is an EMF, electromotive force emissions scanner. And let's see the directions here. Wait till you see this light up. Jules, why don't you cut to the close-up of this?
Whew, I actually
Watch
feel
this.
scared now.
What's this? Whoop. So this will tell us, I guess, if there's anyone in this room.
I'm not going to lie, and I would never say this, but I feel like I feel the heaviness right now.
Okay, that's not good. We do not want the heaviness. And I need to close this door. Anyone know how to close a door after you? Ooh, this is bad. Look at this imagery here. Cut to the close-up. Look at this imagery.
Oh, shit.
Very demonic. Okay. Let's see. What is
16.
EMF? Electromagnetic fields emissions are created whenever electrical power flows through a wire, conductor, or appliance. They cannot be seen, felt, or heard, but they are present in and around all electric lines and devices. EMF emissions are measured in units called milligauss. The strength of EMF. Okay, why measure EMF? EMF emissions are recognized as an environmental agent that are a potential threat to public health. Some scientific. Okay, what levels are safe? 2 or 3. Okay, so. Okay, we just don't want this. So you've got green, yellow, orange, and red. You don't want it going into yellow. So point it towards the source, and then we see if anything's wrong. We do not want it going yellow. Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Well, it's just in front of the mic.
Well,
Pretty
that's,
sure that has a
that's
frequency.
basically me. Can you hear this? I feel like we could hear it within the audio. Listen. Turn your audio off. Listen to this. Watch this. Turn that off. Never mind. Turn it on. So we are flashing yellow. Oh, and it's now flashing orange. Look. Look, do you see this? Oh my God, look! Guys, I mean, we're going off the charts here. Please leave us. Leave us. I'm scared. Please leave us. Okay. Let's take a break.
Wait, should I look up how to close a portal? Should we do something to end this? I feel like if we end it now, we're...
Look up how to close...
How to close...
not a portal.
How to close communication with a ghost after you're done hanging. Okay, how to close a spirit box session.
How to close a spirit...
What's
That's
a
perfect.
Spirit box?
That's what we were just using. Spirit box.
Okay.
Go to how to close the session, because I need this closed, because the
first answer is burn it. Never open it in the first place.
Burn what? The radio?
Hold on, I'm looking for... Okay, let me do Reddit.
Okay. How to close, after you've been messing with them in the spirit world. And we'll take, while we wait, we'll take one more puff
How
of brew
to
here.
end communication with a ghost. Reddit.
Just have a few puffs here while we wait to see what's...
Girls, stop ghosting and learn how to communicate.
That's what it says? Oh, do you see how the smoke's all blowing that way? What's that about? Look at that. There's not any fan or circulation in this room, yet the smoke is blowing as if there's a fan on it. Okay, we got to close this portal. You got to figure this out.
I don't know. Does anyone in the chat have an idea?
Yeah, I'm going to just call to them. Please, Lord Seant, please close portal. Leave us be. Please do not make us sick. And again, we will help you if you need anything. But we're your friends, not enemies, no sick. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Who cares? Just what you'd like to. Come on. Stop.